Hello. I suppose this is as good a time as any to make a new rambling away. It's either make a rambling away or try and fail and make another goofing around. But it's been a while. Why am I all of a sudden wanting to? Hold on, I just peaked the audio. Jesus Christ. But why am I, all of a sudden wanting to make a new rambling away when it's been so long? So, for those who don't know, I started rambling away technically as goofing around back on December the 27th, 2016. Bearing in mind 2016, oh, for God's sake, I keep peaking the audio. Apologise. Bearing in mind 2016 was a pretty good year for me. And through 2017 I was sort of battling with different things, and I've still not, I don't think I've got to that point where everything's okay again, which is kind of a weird thing to sort of say and admit and stuff like that. But back in December 2016, end of December 2016, I made Goofing Around, and eventually I split them up into Rambling and Goofing Around. But welcome, god damn it, I immediately keep peeking it every time I check it. But so I split them up and they became separate things, and that kind of worked for me. Goofing Around has been really hard for me to make because although other people probably don't think it's very good, the Resident Evil 7 video is probably one of the best videos I've ever made on the channel, so it was really difficult for me to actually, I've got one of those complexes where I'm afraid of failure without even trying, so to even try and make another video that would surpass that Resident Evil 7 video is really difficult for me. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it. I've been trying loads of different things of recent to try and sort of move around things and work on new stuff. I started streaming again, which has been pretty cool. But to me, this whole rambling away thing was supposed to be like, how YouTubers have their own daily vlogs and stuff like that, and that was, rambling away for me was like that because it was supposed to be, this is where I talk about my actual life and things like that. And back in 2016, the biggest topic and the biggest change of my attitude was that I got a girlfriend, and that I'd met someone that liked me for who I was. And I liked them, and which was a strange thing because I'd never really felt things like love and compassion before in that regards. I've always had loving family, but it's slightly different when you approach it with somebody that you have to meet, that doesn't have to love you. And so that was a really good period for me, and I've not spoken really about it publicly. I've mentioned it once on a stream, I think, but that's no longer a thing, and that kind of sucks. But we're in this position, and I wanted to make a rambling away because, to me, it's a really good way of coping with these issues and talking about the idea of not being, I like the idea that although nobody's going to watch my stuff, there's like a genuine, that was weird, there's a guy walking by my house looking in my window watching me record this. But I like the fact that I can have rambling away as something that I don't necessarily, maybe no one watches my rambling away and people don't enjoy it because my channel is dead pretty much, but the idea that I've got an outlet that in 5 years time I can look back on everything and go, oh wow, this is where I was at the time. And although I haven't made as many rambling away as I possibly could have to actually document most of my life, and during this period of my the late teens and into the 20s which was a weird transition for me. I'm only 21 now and I'm still in my young 20s, but like that whole transition into being a 20-year-old and into 21 and ending teens in such a big way, because it's like a rite of passage, really, isn't it? But yeah, I've sort of now got to that point where I'm back to feeling all these things that I used to, and so I think a lot of my work is back to being how it used to be. I always said I struggled with being creative a lot of the time, when I was actually happy, which is weird, but it makes more sense to me to have a creative outlet when I need something to distract me, and so far it's kind of worked. The streaming has started again, and although it's a slow start, it's getting somewhere, and it's just a lot of fun to do, and hopefully one day it'll gain traction. But it's not really something I'm after. I just do it because it's kind of fun. I do it as a way to just chill out with friends. It quite literally, as I've mentioned before, is just my normal chill out session, but I'm live streaming it to people instead. So it's really fun, and it's a really cool thing to do. But I wanted to make this Rambling Away as a way of like, oh, this is how you deal with breakups. This is how you can, you can distract yourself from it, and this is how you can, not move on. But the truth is, I haven't moved on, and it's only been a month. I don't think you can move on from really a big relationship. I don't think it's worth trying to. It just has to happen eventually, because if you try too hard, then you'll just self-destruct in a way. But it's really good to get a creative outlet, and or it's just something to fill that gap, because generally there isn't anything like a relationship. That you can have best friends, and I've been very lucky in my life to have really good friends, and to have really supportive friends, and to have friends that are useful, I suppose. Friends like Fox, who is heavily involved in the streaming side of it. Friends like Dan, who's been like a massive help in a lot of things, and in general, and just trying to like strive towards making myself a better person, and moving forward as a person as well. Down to people like Matt, who I only met through Dan, but he's a really cool guy, and he's been very supportive of the streams, which is something that I didn't expect anyone to be straight away, and he's been really cool about that, and so I can't thank him enough for some of the support he showed the Goof and Tom project. But you just have to carry on moving. I don't think I'm any... Ooh, Sky Sports, that's an update. I don't think I'm anywhere near as bad as I've been. This is probably one of the, besides December 2016, the first Rambling Away, really. I've probably not been as happy. It's weird that Rambling Away has always been a weird one. I feel like this one, is the true meaning of the actual show, like it used to be, and sort of a couple of them were a bit off. Sort of made sense to be Ramblings Away, but they weren't quite the same as me talking about genuine life. But it's weird. I had an image for this video that was completely different, and the whole idea of this is just to sit in front of a mic one day and just talk about what's going on, and what's moving forward, and but I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's possible for me just to sort of always stick to a plan with this. I think it's been extremely hard for me to sort of like make this, because I've gone, I'll make this after like a week, and it's been a month and a half. I've just sitting thinking about how I'm going to make this video where I can talk about things, and when in reality I don't think it's really right to talk about those things. I don't think it's right to publicly talk about how I feel about all the things that's happened and going to happen in my life, but I really like the idea that rambling away is just a way to document my life, and so I can return to it whenever I need to document how shitty or how good something's happening in my life. And hopefully one day I'll get back to that point. Hopefully I'll make content again, video format instead of streaming. And it's difficult knowing that my channel will never be anything. It's also difficult trying to make another channel because I really like the things I've done on here. I really like the people I've met, and people I've talked to just because of YouTube and the YouTube channel I've had, and which is a weird experience. I've got a minuscule channel, but you still meet a lot of new people on there. You still meet a lot of people that you'd never think you'd meet in your whole entire life. And even when you think about 100 subscribers and you think about 100 people in the same room that all enjoy your content, or just who you are as a person, that's still kind of a weird feeling. And so any achievement is an achievement at the end of the day. And I suppose this is episode 7 of Rambling Away. It's taken nearly 2 years to produce 7 episodes of this. It's taken nearly 2 years to produce 3 episodes of Goofing Around, or whatever it was. But it's good to sort of be back. Hopefully I can sort of turn around and make more of these. And I've been trying to make more videos on YouTube in general. Some of the stuff that I've had, I've recorded with Fox and I've been uploading and stuff like that, and miniature episodes of stuff, and it's been really fun to sort of work on everything that I've done. But hopefully people enjoy this. Hopefully people listen to it and can kind of zone out. That's the purpose of it. But I'm signing off for a bit, and I'll see you again one day. So it should be fun. Enjoy. I don't know how to end these. I never do. It's pretentious, isn't it, really? Sayonara.